database. If you just type my name, if you Google my name and IMDb, it'll show you everything I've ever done.
Hey, what's going on? Mark My Words Sports Show. How y'all doing? It's Mark My Words Sports Show.
Me on Facebook.
We live right now. We'll be on in a few minutes. We got a special guest coming in.
I do have a page,
Dave.
Actor.
He's the
founder
of Team Impact Coaching. And he's going to let us know about what he's doing in Glendale with his coaching, with his football camps and everything. So tune in, Mark My Words Sports Show. Like, share, comment, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe on our YouTube page. All right, keep it 1 million.
For coming on to the Let's Talk Live show and giving us all this great information of how a person can maybe begin their career in acting or in screenwriting. Thank you for everything you do for the film industry here in Arizona and the country. And you guys will be back next week with the next episode of Let's Talk Live. Bye.
Radio Phoenix wishes to thank underwriter Los Compadres Restaurant.
Los Compadres is in the heart of the 19 North corridor in Phoenix.
Information and reservations on Jazz Night, dinner, drink specials, and reservations at 602-864-0043.
Follow Los Compadres PHX on Facebook and Instagram.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting from campus Phoenix, Minnesota. This is RadioPhoenix.org. Phoenix.
Hello? Yeah.
Next on Mark My Words Sports Show, we have a guest, Dave Bagchi, the founder of Team Impact Coaching Foundation, and he's coming in and talking to us about his
my friend
football
Kenny,
clinics,
he's coming outside right now. He has a blue shirt
student
on.
scholarship program, and everything he's
outside.
doing in West Phoenix.
Yeah,
we're also going to talk about the NFL draft.
Yeah, towards the park
coming
in
up
that
in
side.
a few weeks.
Hey,
and the movers and shakers.
Just go to the front
New England
desk.
Patriots trading some players.
Kenny will be outside. He has a
picking
blue
up
shirt on.
some draft picks, and you also have some more moves and notes in the NFL. We also have Kenny's
it's on the
top
side
10
of
as
the
well,
side where the parking lot is.
And we're talking about the NBA playoffs. They're going to start in the next couple weeks, and we're going to let you know who's on top and who's our picks to make it to the NBA Finals. Mark My Words Sports Show is coming up right now.
It's on the side of
Phoenix.
No, it's not. It's in that parking lot. It's on the side.
Is he in the parking lot?
Programming is supported by Shiner Gold Pomade. Regular, special,
like I said, Kenny will be outside. He has a blue shirt on and white shorts.
Shave soap and merchandise.
And I'll be waiting for you in the front.
Online stores
Well, I was telling
anywhere
the
in the
receptionist
world.
is going to tell him where to go.
ShinerGold.com.
Just tell him where to go to the receptionist, yes.
Nothing could be finer.
No, there's no parking, so he parks somewhere else. So he doesn't know how to get over here walking this way. Because it's all this lift going on. It's packed. That whole parking lot's packed.
See if you can go through his back door.
I'm Amy Goodman. Join me and co-host Juan Gonzalez.
I would say try to find him. I would say try to find him because I don't know what to say. I know. I got 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
International investigative news hour. Tackling the issues the corporate media won't touch. Democracy Now! Here on Radio Phoenix.
Democracy Now! Weekday mornings at 9 on Radio Phoenix.
to me. Can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. Did I know what to do? I must be dreaming. I want this dream to be real. I'm in this feeling. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. Ain't nobody running. Must be better to me. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody running. Must be better to me. Ain't nobody running. Must be better to me. Put your arms around me. Get your arms around me.
I haven't seen these in a while. You waiting, right?
I'm doing this. All right. Just trying to get everything set up. It's like all last second.
Can I take a picture?
Sure. Yeah. You can take pictures, videos. You go on Facebook Live. It doesn't matter.
We're
pretty much.
Sports show, we have to play 6 songs, so yeah. But the newer stuff, man, that's how it kicks us off. Like what we just said, we get this stuff, that old stuff.
I think there's two types of music nowadays. It's either
good and bad.
It's either some lady screaming about women's rights.
It is.
It's like some lady screaming at the top of her lungs about how she's been victimized. Or, like, you know, they all got that from Beyonce. Or it's like some dude mumbling, you can't even understand what the hell he's saying. It's great. Like, that's like pretty much every song. Like,
I feel you.
I'm like, what happened to Depeche Mode? Like, what happened to YouTube? What happened to, you know, all these one hits? Huh?
I still listen to it.
I was listening for voices. Like, if there was a voice that caught me, it didn't matter what the music was. Sammy Hagar. Or Tommy Kiefer from Cinderella, remember him? He was a rock. Cinderella was a rock band, but they would always sing like soft, slow, cheesy now.
Mark My Words Sports Show.
It's April 5th.
We're live right now.
It's April 5th. What's happening, man? Wait, hold on. I was going to bring it in like this.
There you go.
Good afternoon, Phoenix. I guess I'm going to have to eat crow again.
Man, we're live right now. I have to run around and find our guests. How you doing? Dave, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. And you are the founder of Team Impact Coaching Foundation. And tell us, everybody, what's this foundation about?
Sounds good. Team Impact Coaching started in 2011. Our goal is to help youth athletes with their development. We start with children as young as 3 years old. We work them all towards high school. We want them to be successful high school student athletes. We don't care where they're from in the Valley. We don't care what challenges they have. We want to bring them on. We want to help them. And we do that through training, camps, clinics, and we offer some competitive teams as well.
Okay. Oh, that sounds great. And what is all the foundation part about? And you have like fundraising and scholarships. What do those entail?
100%. I mean, you got a lot of young athletes around the Valley. No matter where you're talking, North Valley, West Valley, East Valley, Central Valley, can't afford the type of training that's out there nowadays. It's really competitive. You want to make it high school even. And so the foundation's been set up to scholarship these athletes in need, provide, support financially so they can train with us, be part of our teams, go out, get exposure, develop, become better, compete, see where they're at versus the best players, not only in Arizona, but across the nation.
Oh, man, that sounds excellent. And who are some, notable players that maybe, in the high school ranks that you're coaching?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm actually excited you asked that.
Yeah.
So this past year, we had our first group of middle school graduates that went into high school.
So over the next 5-6 years, we're going to have an army. You asked me this 5 years from now, it's going to be a long list. But what I'm excited about is in my first class out of Team Impact, we had about 8 or 9 young athletes that went into high school. They went to different schools from Shadow Mountain to Brophy to Saguaro to Notre Dame to all these, great programs.
Oh yeah, that's the big time.
Yeah, Cactus Shadow.
Okay.
And the cool part was a lot of them actually never even played youth tackle. They just trained with us. They did 7-on-7. They worked hard. They're humble kids. They did a lot of camp counseling, leadership. And they show up freshman season. They decide they want to play tackle football. Everyone's like, oh, you're not going to make it. You didn't play on any youth tackle team, blah, blah, blah. What team are you from? And they're not only starting as freshmen, they're moving up to varsity. And we have about 4 of those that went right up to varsity their freshman year, starting wide receivers, quarterbacks.
Now, do you guys do weights when you get for your camps? Do you offer for kids to do weights, or what age do you recommend kids start training with weights, post just regular calisthenics?
That's a great question. You can go right to the controversial questions, right?
Because I have my views. Me and my wife have had this conversation.
How old are you? Huh? How old are you?
Oh well, which one? I got one that's 26 and all the way down to 6 months. So
6 months might be a little young. But
right.
I think body weight. I think it's good to do weights if you know how to do them the right way.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of success stories with young athletes that started at crazy young ages, but they're getting the right teaching, the right guidance. It's form over, any kind of numbers, and so it can work. We don't typically use weights just because it's hard to monitor kids closely when you have as many kids as we have. We're not one-on-one, right? So when you've got 80 kids, you're not going to be able to monitor every single habit. So we stay away from the weights. We might do sleds for lower body conditioning, but you're talking at least 8, 9 years old, not much younger than that. And really, the youngest kids who train with us are probably about 7. But at that age, you're really just teaching the habit, just teaching them to love it. What success for us is a young athlete who loves to work. We have this grind and shine phrase, right? Grind and shine. You grind and then you shine, right? And so you can't shine without the grind, right? So that's kind of what we're trying to teach them, because a lot of them, they don't want to grind.
Yeah,
that's true.
They just want to be Odell Beckham Jr.
They want to be Odell Beckham Jr. and they think they'll get there playing video games all day, right?
Exactly.
I have blonde hair, and I go to Paris and smoke funny cigarettes.
Well, I have a question. Kind of like you said, these are controversial. I have a real controversial question.
Fire away, man.
Well, we've been seeing locally about the Hamilton High School situation.
Oh Lord.
And I just want to know your take on that situation, as far as who, coaching wise.
We have this conversation.
Okay, we've had this conversation.
No, I'm talking about men.
Oh, okay. We've
had this conversation.
Okay, coaching wise, beforehand, as a coach and as adults around, young kids in high school, what would you do? Let's say you hear or see a child doing those things or hearing about those things that happened at that school. I'm not gonna, we're PG rated, but everyone
what happened
in Phoenix knows what happened.
Yeah.
What say you? Let's say in a situation, how would you stop that so it won't escalate?
How much time you got?
Right. We had it ad nauseum. We kind of touched on it already.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a talker, but look, times have changed. All right. Obviously, with what the individual did is uncalled for. Right?
Low blow, gut shot.
I will tell you though. I mean, I grew up in a rich suburban area in Michigan, and we went to a high school, and we had stuff like that every day, and we used to have a chant on our varsity football team called R&P, and I was too dumb to know what it stood for. It meant rape and pillage. And what they would do is they would start chanting this in the locker room, and then they would grab one of the freshmen, and they would go to town on them. And this happens everywhere, at every level. And I'm being real, right? This is 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
Wow.
So I'm trying to look at these types of issues from a gray area perspective. I don't want to be that guy who hates on something just because I'm judging it.
Hash brown, me too.
Exactly, and I don't want to be Mother Teresa. I need Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
You see, I had to change it up from hashtag. I just found out what a hashtag was about like 2 months ago.
You asked how I handled it. Yeah. Would you got here?
Would you handle it? Would you handle it a heavy-handed way, like say old school, or would you have to have, like you said, that gray area where you kind of?
If I have a child, now remember, I don't deal a lot with high school athletes. Almost everybody I deal with is before high school.
Okay.
So if they had a child before high school, obviously at that age, they can control their own decisions, but they're still a young boy, right, or a young girl.
Right.
Yes.
So we have to give them an opportunity and be forgiving, right? Like, so yes, we're going to handle it the hard way. Obviously, the child is going to be reprimanded, we pull off the team, he's going to be disciplined, there's going to be a meeting. We're going to see if we need to get the child help, but there has to be an opportunity to give that child a second chance, just because we're giving people a second chance everywhere in society, and we can't just sit there and say no to one person, yes to another, just based on their socioeconomic level or color of skin or whatever.
Let me ask you a much lighter question, man. Is it co-ed? Is Team Impact co-ed? Is it boys and girls? If I have a daughter, she wants to get rah-rah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And do you
Absolutely.
guys?
I'm going to tell you something no boy's going to want to hear. Up until the age of 10, girls are better athletes than boys. Better. It ain't even close.
Yeah.
It ain't even close. My daughter looks like freaking Carl Lewis compared to my boys at the same age.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here's the problem, though. These dads, man, they're just obsessed over their sons, and then they ignore their daughter's talent.
Okay.
And so when they're young, they should be doing this stuff.
Yeah.
This weekend, I ran a skills camp up in the West Valley. There were 65 kids there. The most talented kid by far was a 7-year-old girl named Bailey.
Wow.
It wasn't even close.
That's
Boys are
great.
making fun of her, and I put out all these one-on-one drills. I made Bailey go to town. By the end of the camp, she was the most popular girl there. So yes, they're allowed. Unfortunately, we don't get a lot. We do for our camps, and we would, like if we do a speed clinic. We do have a girls empowerment program. I have a very special trainer. Her name's Kenyana Wilson. She came back from Uganda.
Okay.
She did a women's empowerment movement out there through sports.
That's
she was
fine.
an LSU All-American, USA Olympic track star. So
That's
she develops young female athletes, but she's going through everything with them. She's talking about body image issues. She's developing the complete person.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
Yeah, see, I would support something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds excellent because you're going, not just boys but it's girls as well, because a lot of girls feel, I guess even nowadays, that they're not, good enough for sports, and to have an empowerment program is excellent. I've seen something, I guess in Denver, a young lady was on the football team and ended up starting a young women's football league. In Colorado. Do you think that's something maybe that needs to be here in Phoenix? Like for young girls to have their own kind of football, flag football, or anything like that?
So there is growing girls flag football. In fact, there's a girls flag football national championship every year.
Oh wow! Wow!
And they do it all. They have it at every age. My daughter's played 4 seasons of flag football. There actually is a girls tackle league that's been coming over here.
Really?
I met with the individual that ran it about a year ago, so I don't know if they've actually got it off the ground yet, but there's definitely opportunity. I mean, I think there's a higher level of investment in training and development for female athletes. Club volleyball is crazy.
Yeah.
Club softball. Arizona is just crazy.
Yeah, a friend of mine, her daughter came into the show. Her name is Nigel Marcelin. She's a excellent volleyball player. She's getting nationally coached now, so we know that is going where it's at is very, very huge in the Phoenix area. What other clinics and things of that nature you have going on with the Team Impact coaching?
Right now we've got our summer camp program that's open for registration in June. It's indoor at a place called Rush Sports Performance. It's an awesome sports performance facility. You want to stay out of the Arizona heat. It's an indoor summer camp. We play about 17 different sports. It starts the first week of June. We got yoga. We got everything in there, and it's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Registration's on our website, teamimpactcoaching.com.
What's the age limit?
The summer camp, we go about 7 to 14.
Okay.
The 13, 14-year-olds are bringing as counselors. 7 to 12 are the actual campers. Then we've got our skills clinics. We have skills clinics in the West Valley and the North Valley. You can also find out more about those on the website.
Now, can old geezers like me get out there if he thinks he still got it? You know what I mean? He looked at me like, no.
I've never actually been asked that. That's a good question.
He's like, no.
You know, I'm tempted sometimes. So I'm like, man, I'll see how I can do it.
Right.
But no, I mean, these kids, man, they're good.
I had my nephew once, right, and he's out there talking about, I'll beat you. I used to walk the kids to school in the morning. It's a funny story. I had a wild hair. Now, at this time, I'm 250 pounds. This is just last year. Man, I decided to go ahead and take off and race this 5-year-old. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
No, I beat him.
Yeah, of course you do.
Handily. Came and swatted him on the butt as I passed him. But as I passed him,
he's 5 years old.
The hamstring.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So you know when you pull up lane, but you're still trying to be cool? And I started to walk him all the way to school. Oh, my Lord, I limped all the way there. Uh-oh.
A couple years ago, we did a summer camp, and the kids wanted me to demonstrate the obstacle course. This is a minute-long obstacle course. I didn't realize a minute is a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
So I'm about 40 seconds into this stuff starting to tighten up.
Yeah, right.
All of a sudden, both quads just go. And I just fell face forward. And I was like, that's it. Like,
have you ever had the
I'm going to bring in real trainers here. I'm done.
The stress test. Take the heart stress test. Oh. Okay. It's time to read our famous library of Los Compadres. Programming for Radio Fitness is supported by Los Compadres, restaurant located at 2023 West 50th West Northern Avenue. I had a brain fart. Anyway, Phoenix, serving the Valley since 1958, Los Compadres offers a full menu of Mexican cuisine, including dinner, drinks, specials, and more. For information, takeout orders or reservations are available by calling 602. You like that, millennials, when I drop the voice? 602-864-0043. Sound like Barry. Or online at Los Compadres, A-to-Z.com.
Roll the R again.
Los Compadres.
Don't look at me when you roll the R, though. Don't look at me, though.
Hey, man, get on the couch, man, and just like...
you gotta record my voicemail message.
We're gonna go with our 2-minute music break right now, which is gonna be Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. We're gonna be back with Dave and Team Impact Coaching, Mark My Words Sports Show.
I didn't know what you were talking about with that Hamilton thing. You talking about that bullying thing?
The Hamilton High School.
You went just... Oh, like I wanted because...
Hey,
high school, what's going on, you guys?
Not just hazing, but exactly what you're talking about. It was exactly what you're talking about. Kids was raping other kids.
Oh man, the energy is back, man. I'm talking crazy. I'm sorry about that. How y'all like my hairdo and my shirt? Yeah, check it out. How y'all doing?
Hopefully my answer was...
No, it was perfect. That's what's crazy. It was so perfect. I really thought you...
Yeah. Well, like I said, I never coached high school. So
oh, okay. But I mean, he said it goes on. Hazing and all that. Thank y'all for watching. McKenya, thank you for watching. Kurdang, thanks for watching with the hearts. Hey, McKenya, call in 602-354-8823. Let us know with your bodybuilding situation and everything, how that's going. So call in. Anybody call in 602-354-8823. If you have any questions for Dave, or you guys have some kids that want some coaching up, in football, call in 602-354-8823. All right? Like, share, subscribe. Mark My Words Sports Show. We live.
Not dressed and wouldn't do. We were already lined up doing our exercises without nobody telling us. These kids, and then we were babysitting. So, do you find that a lot?
Oh, absolutely, man. They're taking advantage of you. Like, I think a really cool thing that people don't understand is when we were young, we played every sport. We made sports up. Volley, basket, football. Because all we had was a crumpled up piece of paper. And so our body moved in ways that these kids can't move. Man, we used to sit there having random hula hoop contests.
Hold on, Dwayne, just tell them to hold on.
Yeah, I am. Just hold on one second. Put you on mute. Hold on a second. All right.
So yeah, we did things, man, that were different from these kids nowadays. Like I just found out yesterday talking to my neighbor's kid, PE is not even a required class anymore. What do you think about that? He told me that because the kids felt they didn't want to have to dress out.
Oh, they want to get their clothes dirty.
Oh, do that in my school. Oh, you was gonna get crucified.
PE was my favorite class.
Right? Exactly.
PE and art.
Exactly.
Well, mine was PE and ditching. I was out.
I'm
out.
We got a
I always had 2 PEs the whole time.
We're gonna go on now.
1,000 kisses from you is never too much. Why you gonna turn the music down? I was shower singing.
I know, mark my words, sports. So we back.
I was shower singing though.
You were shower singing. We're in the shower now.
But I was Luther.
You're not. You was.
I was 50 pounds heavier.
No, was you fried chicken eating Luther?
I was fat Luther. Yeah, I was fat.
Fried chicken eating or KFC Luther.
No, man, not KFC. I was Mama's backyard barbecue.
And we back. We have a phone caller in, and Nene Nikenya, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm chilling. How are you guys?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Nikenya? Ah, si loco. Cuckoo.
All the way in San Antonio. How's everything?
Good down here.
Oh.
I wish the weather was getting warm.
Yeah, I know.
And remember, you was on our show earlier, a couple months ago. How is your bodybuilding going on?
Man, I'm like 15 days away from the opener this year. It's going good. It's going good.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
No, I just ate meal number 5. I'm meal number 6 right now.
Dang, the
Oh,
kid.
wow.
You know how many meals I eat in 2 days? Man, I eat like maybe 1 meal a day, if that. I know, but I'm trying to bring back sexy. I'm 45, you know what I mean? And I'm scared of the midsection.
I'm really not. Me and Bill ain't about that. But it's not just eating that little bit. You gotta eat more. It's not. Your body's actually eating your muscle instead of fat.
Oh, okay.
So you're not.
Oh, I'm going to McDonald's as soon as I leave here. I'm back at McDonald's. It's back.
I got him off of McDonald's. I got him.
Yeah, I haven't eaten McDonald's since May of last year.
Right. So, Nikenya, real quick, tell us when your competition is.
So my comp is April 23rd in Stafford, Texas, which is like right around the corner.
Oh, okay. Houston live.
I just go travel about 2.5 hours away.
All right.
Now, if you win, are you going to come to Arizona and show off the belt?
If I win, I don't know what I'm going to do. This one's my warm-up.
Uh-oh.
I gotta make sure everything's working out this go around.
Now, you can't go in there with that kind of attitude. You got to go in there like Tiger Woods on the back fair line. You know what I mean? Talk about, yeah, y'all know y'all done, right? Yeah, y'all might as well stop playing because y'all toast.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Nikenya, if you could do me a big favor, could you call back in the second hour and we could talk some more sports?
We gonna talk lifting weights, Nikenya. I ain't scared of you. I seen your video, girl.
All right. All right. Okay, we'll call you right back, okay? Or call back. All right.
Yeah, man, that's a little 1 year anniversary thing we're having for our show, man.
Nikenya Portella Bailey in San Antonio just called in, and we're going right back to Dave. Sorry about that, but
Dave was like, man, after those questions, I'm scared, man. Don't ask me no more questions. I just want to sit here.
No, I had a quick question for you. You said you had some fundraising and everything for a van you wanted to get for the kids.
We don't. It's not a specific event at this time. I mean, we're constantly fundraising. Just as I said, we run scholarships, and because of the summer camp program, which I said is a great program, keep kids active during the summer, keeps them out of trouble, keeps them off the video games.
Right.
We want to make sure we don't close our doors to anyone because of cost or price. So the scholarship program is really about helping those that can't afford it, And so, we're always willing to take donations that get specific. We're a 501c3 that gets specifically donated to that area. And you can donate on our website, teamimpactcoaching.com.
Okay, teamimpactcoaching.com. Now, phone number is 602-354-8823. If you guys have any questions for Dave, like I said, the website is teamimpactcoaching.com if you want your kid to sign up and go to these camps. And when do they start? Oh, go ahead. What's your question?
I got a good question for Dave. Now, say if an old geezer like me want to get out there, and I got a lot of sports knowledge that's just sitting around, I want to, stop doing 12-ounce curls and actually start doing something. Now, how do I get involved on that level?
You're talking about as a coach or as an athlete?
Yeah, as a coach. Well, we already covered the athlete days.
Yeah, I mean, we have we put our coaches through training. We have coach certification. We have a system we run. We run it for training. We run it for teams.
Okay.
We're always looking for capable trainers out there. There's a lot of trainers out there looking to create supplemental income, or they can't get the marketing side of what they're doing going. We welcome trainers. Join our program. We, kind of show them the way we do things, but we give them a lot of freedom too. That's really how we're going to grow. You grow, we grow. It's and as we grow different markets, right now we're growing West Valley. Like I said, we're at I-10 101 twice a week. We're looking for trainers in the East Valley when we launch out there. We're going to come in the Central Valley. Pretty soon it's going to be a takeover.
So you're just looking to take over the world, huh?
I hear that.
I mean, we got to shut up when they do that.
We have to go to commercial break.
Oh, commercial break.
We have to pay bills right now, so we'll be right back with more Mark My Word Sports Show.
The only thing I was going to mention, I don't think I told you.
Programming on Radio Phoenix is made possible in part by Native Health. Native Health, located at 4520 North Central Avenue in Phoenix, provides primary medical, mental, behavioral health, and WIC services. Targeted for more information,
hey, Mom, love you.
These tournaments that happen,
or by texting Native Health, which is all one word, 22.
What I was going to tell you is our team was the first team in the history of Phoenix or Scottsdale.
Financial support comes in part from Gifts and On, 12-step gift and bookstore, since 1977, 7th Street south of Bethany.
When we come back, talk about,
what that is?
Southeast corner of Scottsdale and
well, outside of that.
Gifts and
the king has to call in. Like I said, call right back. And we can talk some sports, talk some Phoenix Suns and the Cardinals. You know how bad they're doing. Everyone call in. 602-354-8823.
What it is?
Hey, Gwendolyn, thanks for watching. Carolyn, thanks for watching.
Last week she asked for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
So that talent pool that's there.
But Arizona.
Yaga, this is your Yaga man who's the clean beat of the Yaga movement radio.
That's what I'm saying.
Live on
I'm saying the influx of talent that's coming from everywhere else that's calling Arizona home now. Because Arizona has now moved up into the real life big boy league of trap. Have you seen it? I-10 at about 4 or 5. Good luck on that one.
Yaga movement radio cast. Yaga.
You see the shirt, right?
Mark My Word Sports Show is back, and we're back with Dave with Team Impact Coaching.
Dave over here bragging, man.
TeamImpactCoaching.com.
Dave talking about, man, we the best, man. Shut up, man. We didn't want to say that.
And you said in the break that you have a national championship of flag football. Let us know about that.
Absolutely. So, NFL flag football, fastest growing sport in the U.S. A lot of people don't know this, but it's gotten really competitive. I think part of it has to do with people wanting to pull their kids out of tackle, but you've got the NFL behind it, and Arizona is actually probably the #1 state in the nation when it comes to competitive flag football. So when they have all these national tournaments, there's a lot of Arizona teams there, and they do really, really well. So we're certainly not the only ones, but our 10 and under team this past season won the national championship. First team in the history of Phoenix for Scottsdale to do it. And it was a big deal for these young men. They worked their butt off. A bunch of 9, 10-year-old kids, some great coaches, great families, worked together, set a goal, put 9 months of work into it, went to Orlando, had one close game and won the championship game 33-8.
Wow.
Well,
let's congratulate them right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got to get hyped, you know what I mean?
Champions of
That's hype.
Arizona flag football.
First national champions for anything for Arizona, man. Get hyped. Because the Cardinals show ain't doing it.
They won more national championships. We just for Phoenix got them.
Right.
Oh, I forgot. Hold on.
Tucson's got some, and East Valley's got some.
Well, Tucson's about to get all theirs taken, but you know, I mean, FBI found
Oh,
it. I'm not the one that's going to come out here talking like that. It wasn't me.
Right.
I'm not saying
Well, we keep
anything
1 million up in here. We keep 1 million. So
if it's too hot, get out. Jump into the fire. It's cool.
Exactly.
It's fun. It gives the kids a goal.
Right. That's what it is, though. You know, I played competitive football, you know, as a youth, and up until, man, I should have stopped. Anyway, and what I did notice is that it does build like the competitive. It builds like character. It teaches you how to work with people. It teaches you to be diverse when you have like the white kid on the team. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican kid on the team. So it teaches you. Football's a great thing. Don't get me wrong when I say I don't want my kids playing.
Yeah, you're going to make me go on a tangent for a second. Can I, or am I?
Yeah,
go ahead.
So, like,
you got 5 minutes, man, and we got to kick you out
I'm
of here.
a big global citizen guy. Like, I mean, my family, we leave the country every year. We visit places. I want my kids to experience everybody and everything.
That's awesome.
We live in the North Valley where, honestly, the diversity lacks. That being said, we love the people up there, but when we open up our program, we open up the doors to everybody.
Right.
And we got players on our teams from Levine, from Gilbert, from Chandler, from Peoria, from Glendale. We had 2 boys that used to drive from Vegas twice a month to play with us.
Wow.
And so what that does, to your point, win or lose, what that does is it just teaches, I know personally as a father of 3, it's taught my kids about respect, family, and that your family ain't always going to be what you think it is. You know, sometimes the people that you're going to bond with, you don't even know them yet. Like, you're going to find that my son played on a team out of New Jersey.
Wow.
So at 12 years old, and those are bonds that he has right now.
Yeah, bonds for the rest of his life, probably.
I'm playing video games with him right now as we're talking.
What's that new game everyone's talking about?
Fortnite.
It's so awesome.
I just heard it not too long ago. Some rappers is on there and they got it famous or whatever.
That's awesome, though. Like, you know, I wish we didn't have that growing up.
That's not awesome.
You could be in like 10 but 2.
You know, we had like Flinch.
But you had to be in the same state, the same general area to know him.
And we rode the bikes down the street, and when you see all the bikes in that 1 yard, that's where everybody's at. Oh, everybody's at so and so.
See, my point was.
Well, I'll get on. So when we were young, and I'm 41, so I don't know where you guys are at.
I'm 45. I'm older than both of y'all, man.
So I'm in between, right? So when we were young, the guys in your neighborhood, that was it. I mean, that's who you played with. It didn't matter if you sucked, and little Johnny over there was a stud. He didn't go play for another team. He was like, I'm gonna go where Dave goes because that's my boy. Like, and so you always stayed together. You played baseball together, basketball, football, penny hockey. Like now, what's happening is parents are actually picking what kids are going to invite for their kid's birthday party.
Yeah,
they're picking. What I mean, it's sad. It's really sad how they're separating these kids out.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're preventing these kids from having what you talked about, that diverse view. What's helped me as a father is I got 3 kids that are such different people.
Yeah.
You know, like my middle boy, man, I call it my oldest, I call him my soul, because your oldest is always your soul.
Yeah.
You know, why you want to rip his soul out, right? like my middle, he's my heart. Your middle one, you always feel for him, and that's the emotional, that's the boy who hugs you, but he's a train wreck, right? Like that's your heart. My third, she's my weakness, right? Because it's like, she gets away with everything, right?
The baby,
and she's the girl, right? So my soul, my heart, my weakness, and they played out just like that for the last, since they were born.
Yeah.
Well, see, my point was, what I thought was so awesome is that when we were growing up, we had to play with the kids that was in our body, you know what I mean? Right there, our neighborhood.
Exactly.
What you just said, your kid is probably playing some kids from way out there. You can have friends from, like the internet has opened up life to where you can have friends halfway across the world. You know what I mean? And y'all can
get caught on lies nowadays. Because, when we were young, right, like say you lived in Phoenix, right? And people were like, man, like, you don't have a girlfriend, do you? And you're like, Yeah, dude, she lives in, she lives in Glendale. And nobody caught you on that, right?
Right.
You know, everybody in Troy had a Utica girlfriend growing up, when I grew up, right?
Right.
Now they'll catch you on that.
Yeah,
like,
Facebook.
What? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Look right here. What's her name, man?
So true.
Where's her handle?
Right. Johnny said you go with him. Do you go with him? No.
But speaking of, like, all these kids are, like, really national, especially in sports, what do you think about AAU? Especially what's going on with
time to go this
FBI
way
situation and everything. I mean, because we had to talk about this, and you're supposed to have someone come on and talk
What up,
about
though?
AAU, Kenny. You know, you're supposed to have someone come and talk about AAU.
Man, I'm just trying to. I don't know, man. That guy gets
real quick.
As long as you don't say Lonzo Ball.
Oh man.
Real quick.
Leave my boy alone.
I don't know.
I got some sound for that too. Real quick, what do you think about just the AAU scope? Since these, like you said, these kids are being took from one city and going to another state, and they're playing with other teammates they don't know, and they form teams like out of just out of thin air. There's this team, So what do you think about that whole AAU?
I mean, unfortunately, you gotta go with it because you can't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen everywhere. So, to your point, there's AAU type mentality happening right now in competitive flag football.
Oh yeah.
At 7 years old.
It's called parents.
Wow.
And so it's about the trophy, right? And training over. We have a phrase, training over trophies. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's hard not to get caught up in it because. Well, plus you also look at the fact that you get an opportunity, like you said earlier, to meet new kids, meet new families. So there is a plus to it, right?
Remember Todd Marinovich?
Oh yeah.
Remember his father?
Yes, sir.
Remember Todd?
What a great dude.
He didn't have McDonald's until I mean Todd
run home 4 miles from practice.
Todd just went back to jail again too in Orange County, man. Todd, get your life together, brother. You know what I mean? Just get it together. That's right. That's my boy LeVar. So we're LeVar Ball fans on this show.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of LeVar Ball.
Well, I think he's trying to find an opportunity, and I respect that
Hey,
side.
not trying.
He's an entrepreneur.
He is.
Finding an opportunity.
Trying is one thing, kids is another. They're two different
There's
things.
something really good that he is standing for, which is the rights of the athlete, which I agree with. Get these agents out of here. There is so much money grabbing everywhere. Let's be honest, modern day sports is slavery, right? It's the same thing.
NCAA basketball.
So it's just a new age form of slavery. Everybody knows that, right? But I'm just saying the way he does it, I think it sends the wrong message to people. Because you look at young people,
he is real brash. And
I would like him to handle it a little bit different. If I was sitting across from him, I would just say, look, man, I respect you. I respect what you did, what you're doing. I respect what you're fighting for your kids. But maybe message-wise, you're making like too many enemies. And I've been guilty of it even just in the stuff I do. Is like sometimes I'm so passionate, my
Donald
message.
Trump. Let's look at Donald Trump. It's a great point though. You made enemies, but the man that on the flip has made generational wealth for his family.
Some of those dudes, you gotta wonder, man, if there really is an afterlife and heaven and hell. Like, you won't get your comeuppance.
I'm just saying, what's wrong with LeVar Ball doing the same thing, doing it the same way Donald Trump did it? You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly the model he followed.
He's doing it the same exact way.
100%.
He has no foreseeable talent. Except his mouth, and he's using it. And you laugh, but I'm saying he's using it. He's using it to his advantage. Now some may say he's exploiting his kids.
Maybe.
He's exploiting Lonzo.
They're leveraging.
Yeah.
There's a difference between leverage versus exploiting. Right?
But at the same time, well, okay. We can go with that.
That's a good point there.
We can go with that.
I think really what he would need,
I mean, he has a right. He's a dad.
I think what LeVar needs is
his kids are going to get taken advantage of if he puts them in the system, right? It's going to happen in ways. Right?
So he's protecting.
All he's doing is protecting and leveraging.
But I think what he needs,
I agree with that.
To piggyback on your point, he needs to kind of tone it down. I think he needs a team around him to let him know.
He is the team.
But he needs some more people around him to let him know, no. Don't say that.
No.
Okay, say this. Okay, we're going to put something out. But don't go against that, what we're going to put out. You know what I mean? So, because sometimes it'll come out as, okay, he's saying this, but then other people will misconstrue that, oh my goodness, he's being too hard on the kids. And, when he said he spanked his kids, and it's like, who didn't spank their kids? You know what I mean?
The millennials, they don't do that.
Yeah, and it was on ESPN, and they kind of try to go
meditate.
against him. Oh, he's a not disciplinary, but he's going too far with his kids. Like, okay, if the kids is respectable in how they act, then he must be doing something right. You know what I mean?
Look, I mean, I'm very involved in my kids' lives, and I'm very hard on my kids.
Yeah.
My mom, she's my best friend to this day. That woman, she was very hard on me.
Yes.
You know, and I can tell right away when I meet a young athlete what kind of parenting they're getting at home. It ain't rocket science.
Yeah, that's true.
And when, there's two things that always scare me. One is the phrase, train like a pro. You should never hear youth trainers using that phrase because the youth body is not a pro body. The youth mind is not a pro mind. And so all these YouTube trainers out there and all this like sexy this and check out this and watch this stud 10-year-old do this crazy thing on Instagram, that's dangerous. And what we need is two things. We need parent education and we need coaching. We need coach training. Coach training.
That's some gems right there.
Coach training, parent education. Somebody needs to launch parent education in youth sports as a series.
So you need to let me come coach the cornerbacks. You know what I mean?
That's coach training.
I'll coach the cornerbacks.
You're talking about technicals. There's a lot of guys out there who could teach the technique and the position. I'm getting more at, like
how about the kickers?
Fundamentals and the philosophy.
Yeah, let me coach the kickers. That's what I want my son to do. I
want
my
what's
son
crazy?
to be a kicker.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I don't get involved much with kickers. I don't coach a lot of tackle. No, but I haven't really been around a lot of tackle. But I will tell you this: the kids that I've seen that can kick the ball the farthest, it's always like the best player on the team. It's like the running back.
That's crazy.
Or the receiver, and he's just like, oh, hey, no, check this out. And he just kicks the ball like 60 yards.
The real athlete.
You're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Let me get this live read real quick. Join the Radio Phoenix, Roosevelt Row, and Downtown Arts Community for the First Friday Art Walk. First Friday features art vendors, food trucks, and live local bands. You can also meet Radio Phoenix hosts like ourselves. And more information available at artlinkphoenix.com. Then click on First Friday in the top menu. We'll be right back with our next music break, T Grizzly Win. We'll be right back with Mark My Words Sports Show.
If it's new, make sure you turn down so
I
we
don't
don't
want
get.
to overstay my welcome.
Man, you can hang out, brother. Hey, what's up, Lena? What's going on, Radio Phoenix? Hey, what's happening?
Look me in my eyes. I'm a win.
Yeah. Could we grab a photo, maybe?
Sure. Yeah.
We usually grab one at the end of the segment, but I'm.
Oh, you ran at 8?
Huh?
We're almost an hour in, so
we go 2 hours.
We go 2 hours, but
if
you want it
2 hours.
No, you cut. It doesn't matter. But if you gotta go, you go.
Well, I didn't know you had said 15, 20. I don't want to overstay my.
Can we get kids top 10?
Okay.
Yeah.
We're the whole hour, so.
You want to just do it there, or you want to just wait till the second hour?
No, it's up to you.
You're fine. You can come back next week.
I actually would love to come in here with a couple of our kids.
Yeah,
Would love that.
Oh, yeah. That'd be excellent, yeah.
But, how would you want to do just maybe like one more little block? And then...
Yeah, we do the, in fact, we can do the last, we do the last 11 minutes for this hour. And then, we'll take the picture, you can go, and then we'll just do the second hour.
I don't know.
We'll just do the second hour.
I don't think I have a good radio voice. So
no. I hear everything's good.
It's all right.
Everything sounds good.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, we can do this last.
Why you cut Luther short? Let this crap play well. I'm kind of feeling like you old man bashing.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm not.
Is he the old man bashing? He got this crap playing, and I know. I'm glad you guys don't have to hear this crap that's coming across there. But he gonna cut Luther off. What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, we can finish
Respond.
This last
602 354 8823.
All right, call in 602-354-8823. Thanks everybody for watching. Who's hey guys?
I don't know.
You Radio Phoenix.
That's a Lena.
State your name.
That's Lena.
Lena, what's up? What's going on?
What up, Joe? Going down in the D.
Someone from here.
Yeah, she's from Michigan.
No, I mean the Radio Phoenix.
Oh.
That's on. You know, we're all.
How many listeners do you guys get usually?
Anywhere from like 114 to 115.
For what?
Listeners.
Oh, okay.
It just depends.
Last week we got almost 200. Yeah. We're getting up there now. I mean, we're trying to. Well, we just been doing it for a year.
Nice.
So we're trying to get syndicated and everything. So
if you ever need like people, let me know because we have a lot of people.
You know what we do?
Oh yeah, exactly. If you have any
if he has this little thing and we
people
go there
that
and
are in
DJ.
sports or whatever.
If he has this thing and we go there and DJ.
If you came to Rush, if you DJ one of our training clinics,
that'd be excellent.
Oh my!
I just been sitting there having
that. Oh, that's what we're talking about right now.
Hey, that's perfect.
I always come up with the good shit. I'm 45. Just because I forgot more than you know.
Senior. My word, sports show.
Senior.
A good old time over here with Dave.
Yeah, Dave's
Team
cool.
Impact Coaching.
Dave had gray hair like me.
Team Impact Coaching.
You know what I'm saying?
You got no gray hair.
Huh?
You got no. Oh, really a little.
I got the dreads, man. If you look up under the dreads, man, the grays come out, man.
Oh, goodness.
Bubble clock.
Oh, you just reminded me of Jamaican spicy beef patty.
Yeah, so like I said, we're about to close this hour out in a few minutes, but Dave, you know, what else you want to talk about? You know, plug. I mean, you say you had some kids you maybe bring back in the next week or in a couple weeks. Tell us about how good the kids are doing. You know, on your in your team.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the heart of it, right? So, you know, some of the best stories are young athletes that come to us and they want to play on a competitive team and they're not quite ready. And, you know, we're pretty honest and direct with them. And you know, a lot of them will walk away and they'll go look for another team. But every once in a while you get that athlete, and we have some of them that'll say, no, you know what, we're going to stick this out. We're going to grind. We're going to work. We're going to try to compete. And it's the first time that a lot of these kids have been said no to, right? Because they've been winning these rec trophies that are 6 feet tall. So they stick with it. They go to speed class. They go to strength class. They practice. They work. They grind. They come every practice. And you can always tell what's going to happen. You know how the story's going to end.
Yeah.
And we got one particular individual this past season. By the time the season ended, he was probably one of the top 10 and under safeties in the nation. And a year ago, he didn't even make the team.
Wow.
You're talking about one of the top 10 and under safeties in the nation. Wow. And a year ago, he did not make the team.
And that goes for the coaching and the training and the hard work and dedication. So,
I mean, we're part of it, but that fire is coming from within.
Now, like you touched on, like you could tell what kind of parents when you see the kids and what kind of parents they have at home.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The parents that's going, no, you're not quitting.
Yeah.
You're going back.
Yeah. I think all parents have the right intent. It's just a matter of there's no book on parenting. You know, like everyone's trying to figure it out. I make many mistakes as a parent.
Join the club, brother.
But I think the key is, as a parent, are you open to learning, to educating yourself, to getting better, to learn to seeing others and pick things up.
And that's with anything.
That's with anything. Coaching. I'm a better coach today than I was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a better coach 6 months from now.
Right. We had a few junior Olympic boxers in here a couple months ago, and their parents said something very perfect, was that both of them said throughout everything they stuck through it, even with the family issues, even with like neglecting a child over another. It all was better on at the end of it. And do you see that with some of the parents, like how hard they work, you know, with their kids, you know what I mean?
Well, first of all, I set the bar within Team Impact because when I first started the competitive program, I was the coach of our 10 and under team, and my own son played backup. He hardly ever played. And by doing that, I set this message to everybody that there's no daddy ball here. Like, basically, you won't have to earn it. And people sat there for 6 months going like, man, Dave's boy, he's pretty good. Why isn't he even playing? You know? I was like, well, he's good, but he's not good enough. Someone's better, right? And he's got to learn. So, you know, I think at the end of the day, you hold yourself to a moral standard. and a philosophy, and that's what we try to do. We're gonna make mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes, but we're gonna learn from them, get better.
When I coached Pop Warner, what me and another dad would do, we both had, like, I had a little brother on the team. He had a son on the team. I would take his kid, and he would take my brother.
Exactly, I heard that. Yeah.
So therefore, it was no conflict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I could have 50 kids out there making mistakes, and you'll hear me like this, like, "Hey, man, it's all right, no problem." But the minute my son makes a mistake, I mean, I become Cruella de Vil like within like 2 seconds. You know? It's hard to manage your emotions when it's your own kid.
Right.
That's smart. That's really smart.
It's funny you say that because remember we watched that special on Pistol Pete Maravich.
Oh yeah, just
at LSU. He was at LSU with his father, and when you said Daddy Ball, we watched how that progressed, and it was really Daddy Ball because he was getting 40-something points per game, but to the detriment of the team.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And how you say you flipped it to where, he's going to be on the bench until he's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes perfect sense to build your kid up to be like, okay, I'm not good enough, so I need to work harder to be better. I mean, is that something you see in the parents helping their kids instead of like telling them they're the best all the time? Because I know there's
you got a role model. You got a role model how you want your parents and kids to act. Now, I will tell you that when a kid gets there and he's earned it, I'm going to be the first person to look that kid in the face and say, "You're the one of the best out here."
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it.
Right.
I don't hold back, and so the parents, they hear that too. I think for the most part, I'm actually probably boosting these kids up even more than my parents are. I got real good parents. I mean, they're very aware of their kids and their abilities and their limitations and what they're working on. That's why we're here. We're grinding, right? Like they got a choice. They can go play in the neighborhood Boys and Girls Club, park, whatever, and go win a 6-foot trophy and score 8 touchdowns a game. And they can come go play with us, and they might not even see the field, right? So that's a choice you make.
And then you hear, "Why ain't my kid playing?"
Yeah, and we don't get a lot of that now. I think a lot of teams do, but we've been doing this for a while. I love our families. I mean,
that's great.
We're starting to learn that there's this process. And the other day, I had a conversation with a dad who kind of came at me. I thought, man, he's about to talk to me about his son not playing. Never even brought it up. He just kept saying, "Look, my goal is that my son is ready when he gets to high school. So explain this. What does he need to do here?" That was the whole conversation. I was like, all right, he's starting to get it.
Oh, that's great.
That's
great.
So you're saying most of the parents that you have, they're educated, opposed to how the parents used to be.
Starting to get it.
"Why ain't my kid playing?"
You still get that dad.
"You suck. I'm taking my kid out of here."
You still get that dad who calls you like 2 days before the tournament. It's like, "Can my kid play on your team?" And you're like, "Wait, what? Like, you didn't train, you didn't pay any money, you didn't."
Wow.
And like literally, I'll be like, "You didn't pay any money," and then they'll hang up because they're just shopping, right? And
I remember years ago, you see those parents fighting each other and everything.
Well, that still happens.
Oh yeah, man. I just went to a Pop Warner football game this year, and I seen a great fight. And I just stood there.
I've seen a fight at a 5-6 kids flag football game.
Yeah, this is what it was too.
Wow, flag football game.
Kids, 5 to 6 year olds.
Oh,
I mean, these kids are sitting on the sideline drinking Capri Suns while these parents are fighting. Right?
Yeah, it was the parents.
Like they're out in the sprinklers. Like they're yeah. Right. Exactly. While the kids are sitting there like rainbow bright, like hanging out. Like
they just like, yeah, my dad just punched your dad.
Let's trade some cards.
Right. You want my Capri Sun? It's fruity.
Well, what's always funny though is when you got that kid who's been around a parent who's like that.
Yeah.
And he's starting to imitate those words, and you just start laughing.
Oh,
this kid's trying to act all tough, and you're like, no, simmer down, boy.